Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode. Welcome to my first episode ever of the Mistrofelis Show. Now, the Mistrofelis Show is this that you are listening to on YouTube. Only on YouTube. Wait. Yeah, and this is the first episode. Now, what is this? This is a podcast, okay? It's a podcast that I'm going to be doing, and I want to be doing it weekly. Alright? So, yeah, there's that. And, welcome. My name is, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, correctly, but it's Raphael. I think that's good, I don't know. And, Mistrofelis is me. Me am Mistrofelis. I am Mistrofelis. Now, what the fuck is Mistrofelis? I know that it's a weird name, but let me tell you what it is. First and foremost, though, I want to thank my sponsors. No, I don't have sponsors, dude. This is the first episode. I don't have fucking sponsors. It's gonna be fucking 100 episodes before Blue Rape and fucking... Anyway, before anything, I just want to let you know that there's going to be a lot of ambient sound. Sometimes motorbikes, like the first fucking 5 seconds of the show. Sometimes some kid yelling, my cat meowing, shit like that. My cat meowing is normal and I don't give a fuck about it. She can meow however she wants to. Wait. She can meow whenever, however she wants to. Hello, Luna. Wait. She's here. Alright, I don't know if you can listen. She didn't meow. Shit. But you heard it's a fucking kid. And that's because I live in a slum. And I'm not joking. I actually live in a slum. And the sound, the ambient sound, there's so much of it that it's going to be a problem. I bought a very good microphone. And sadly, I don't have a filter for the microphone. And I don't have soundproof in my fucking room. I am actually going to move out of this house into an apartment with a friend, I think. At least that's my plan for this year. Moving with my friend, moving with my girlfriend, everybody just being roommates. I don't know, man. But my plan is to move out this year, and I'm gonna be able to have soundproof in my room. So there's going to be some time before these problems fix. But you know what? Go fuck yourself, dude. It's just ambient sound, okay? Get over it. It's not a fucking big deal. And this is the podcast, and I am Mistrofelis. My name is Raphael, and I live in the slum. Now, first and foremost, what is Mistrofelis? What the fuck is Mistrofelis? This fucking weird ass name that I never heard of before, but it's the best sounding name that I've ever heard in my life, I gotta admit. Well, let me tell you that. Mistrofelis is a name that I created for this podcast. What the fuck, Luna? Alright, I'm back. My sister was, coming up the stairs and going into the bathroom, and there was going to be too much, or too big, I should say, of a sound, so... Oh, fuck. I muted there. And, Mistrofelis is this name for the internet that I created. How do you say it? It's a pseudonym. Yeah, pseudonym. And right, so I'm back. And I stopped the audio. I don't remember why, but I was saying that Mistrofelis is this name that I created for the internet, and it's like a pseudonym, this is my internet pseudonym, basically. And what that means is, it's like a fictional name. So it's the name that I use for my accounts on the internet, whether it is YouTube, I got Instagram, Twitter, Gmail if you want to contact me. I got fucking and League of Legends accounts, Tibia account, some games account and shit. Steam is Mistrofelis too. Anyway, I basically populated this name, and I'm gonna explain how and why. So basically, there's young me, 2011 or 12 or some shit like that, on the internet, being the gamer boy, the guy who watches YouTube videos and PewDiePie, plays Minecraft, the cool ass motherfucker, starting off Fresh League season fucking 4 or 3 or some shit. I was still happy on the internet, and my pseudonym, because my name is Raphael, was Refs. Refs was like RAFSC, and that was my old internet pseudonym. And I didn't like it all that much. I just fucking picked this name. I created this pseudonym because of I don't even know if I'm pronouncing pseudonym right. As you can see, I don't speak native English, and I'm gonna explain everything. But anyway, I didn't like this pseudonym this much. I just took it because I used to play this game called Tibia. And Tibia is this game where, many Poland people used to play, and there's still a few who dominates the game yet. And there was this dude on the first server that I played. This is an MMORPG, and his name was like Luka, 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 but the end was an SC, so it was like Lucas, but an S in a Z at the end of the name. And I thought that was pretty cool, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna take it. So I created my pseudonym, that, Refs. And then after a few years, like 3 years or so, I didn't like it at all. I wanted something unique, original to me, and I got the most fucking original name in the world because it was non-existent. Basically, there was something similar, but not quite the exact. And so, around 2012 or some shit like that, I don't remember when really, I created this other account on YouTube. And, for me to create it, I wanted a name. That was what I was looking for. And I watched a video from a couple of Brazilian YouTubers that I know. They are the channel Jovem Nerd, which would translate to young nerd, basically. And I watched the video from them. Of course, this is it's like a fucking Portuguese video, the language of it. It wasn't in English, and they were talking about weird names in some segment, of the video, the like 15-20 minutes something video. They have like segments because they're like a fucking TV show, weekly, and so they had a segment where they talked about weird names. And I remember, my mind kept remembering that one of the dudes said Mistrofelis. That's what I heard him say, Mistrofelis. Alright? With this pronunciation, Mistrofelis. And, next day at school, because I was still like in the fucking second year of high school, I think. I came up to a friend and I said, dude, did you remember the video? Did you watch it? He said Mistrofelis. What a weird fucking name, huh? And I laughed. Like, that's how stupid I was. I laughed. I didn't left. I laughed. Like, ha, ha. Okay? Because I thought it was weird and I thought it was funny. Alright, dude, I'm back. I got fucking water. Oh, good. Whew. Water is so good, dude. I fucking lost my breath there. I don't know if I have asthma or not. Maybe I do, but I don't know. And where was I? So I was talking about the video. The video was fucking funny, and yeah. So that's the first, the first sound that I had of the name Mistrofelis was Mistrofelis, because it was what my mind thought that it heard, and you know, I like the next day after I told my friends I got home, I was like, dude, this weird too name. I mean, what the fuck? I just did a Pobody's Nerfect. This weird is too name. That's what happens when you don't speak native English. Yeah. And so, thank you, Motorcycle, son of a fucking bitch. Let me drink some more water. Oh, so good, dude. All right. So yeah, the name was weird, and I googled it the next day, and I didn't see any results at all, dude. There were no results. Do you know how rare it is when you Google something and there are no results? The fucking screen that appears is like, I don't know. So let me go into my fucking Google Chrome right now and type in everything. Every letter that there is. So it says your search hyphen and then blah, 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 whatever you search did not match any documents. Suggestion: make sure that all the words are spelled correctly. Try different keywords. Try more general keywords. Do you know how rare it is when that screen exists? When that screen appears, dude, it's really fucking rare, alright? And I Google a simple ass name that my mind created out of fucking nowhere, and it didn't even have any special characters, numbers, or even too many letters. It was like a fucking normal, long, and normal sounding name. I Googled it and there were no results, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? There are no results for this normal ass name? What? This is like a fucking, what I like this noise right now. It's the fucking bubble wrap. Look, my microphone works like an ASMR actually. Sorry. Like, look. Ooh. Sound good? Does this sound good? Oh, I love bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is so bubbly, delicious. Alright, enough. So I googled it, there were no results. I was really fucking shocked about it, because that was a first for me, where I didn't fucking slam my head raging at League of Legends, on the keyboard, and a Google search came up that was nothing. I actually Googled something plausible. There were no results on Google, dude. No fucking Bing, no Yahoo search. Google did not have any results. It was fucking insane. And so I was like, alright, dude, I'm gonna create the fucking pseudonym with this. So I went there, no hesitation, created a Gmail, created a YouTube account. That's it. The name was mine. I created an account on League of Legends from scratch with the name of Mistrofelis, and I actually changed the name of my main account on League of Legends to Mistrofelis, but on this different server. And so I populated the fucking name on the internet. Like right now, if I search, I'm gonna search right now, Mistrofelis normal. So look, fucking videos that I watched, profile from League of Legends, OP LOL, 99 Tune, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Andre some other dude, summoners that. So look, see, there are so few results for this name right now that what it still shows is like a count on League of Legends from dudes that played with me on their team showing up, and it doesn't even have that much. Like there are 10 pages, but it's just fucking spam. Basically, it's fucking nothing all around. Is nothing. It ends on page 13, so it's a very unpopulated name yet, and that's what all the results, literally 100% of the results are from me. I'm responsible for all the 13 pages this fucking name has on Google. That makes me proud, dude. And I actually liked the name when it sounded first, Mistrofelis, this fucking weird, ugly ass sound. I actually liked it at first, And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna create this. So I created an account for this, for everything, just not social media, because social media I just recently created for the podcast. But before all social medias, I just used my personal name because I was actually kind of famous in Brazil. And so I was like, I'm not gonna fucking use another pseudonym when I can have uh like a audience, quote unquote, basically, from scratch, just by using my normal name. I was a little famous in Brazil, so that was beneficial for me. So I just created nerd shit, like geek shit. I created everything sounding Mistrofelis. That's the origin of the name, and I populated the entire name on Google because that was my objective. When I saw there were no results, I was like, I am going to create something on Google. I'm going to populate a name on the internet. The closest sounding thing that I found from Mistrofelis was the magical Mr. Mistrofelis from the Cats play. Musical. I think it's the Cats musical, Magical Mr. Mistrofelis. This song, from the Cats. Yeah, they're fucking human cats, man. Dude, that fucking musical is so weird. What the fuck? I'm gonna go watch a musical about cats, but they are humans dressed in Dude, never. What the fuck? Dude, if it was a musical where there was random instruments playing, just a fucking random ass melody, random ass written song, but no lyrics, and they put kittens and big cats and fat cats and thin cats on the stage with the fucking big ass production that musical gets, the fucking amazing scenery, amazing lighting, amazing sound, a fucking live orchestra underground the fucking stage, everything, the entire production of a fucking big ass musical. But there were literal cats on the stage, and the melody was playing, but the fucking cats on the microphone they weren't saying shit. They were actually meowing. Why? Because they're actual cats. Dude, I would watch that gladly, dude. What the fuck? Dude, I fucking froze saying the word twice. Gladly. I would fucking kill for a ticket for that fucking musical, dude. I would literally kill somebody for a ticket for that musical, man. On the best seat of the fucking venue, the one where the speakers converge, the Andrew Bernard fucking seat. I would take those to watch literal cats on a musical production level, man. Dude, that would be fucking hell. But humans dressed in cat? What the fuck, dude? Am I watching He-Man live action or some shit? Get the fuck out of my face, dude. What the fuck? Why didn't they make a fucking Disney movie for that shit, dude? A cartoon of that? That would be fucking dope. But nope, let's make a musical. Actual humans dressed as cats. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Let me Google Cats movie. Do they have a movie for this? Cats 2019 film. But it's a fucking musical. The DVD is a live performance of the musical. Oh my god, dude. Do they have cats cartoons? What? If I search cat cartoons, bitch. Cartoons. Dude. Yeah, they were going to show like fucking drawings, actual drawings. So, no. They don't have a cartoon of that musical. But they rather do people dressed as cats. What the fuck, dude? God damn, where's my water? Yeah. And so I populated this name on the internet. What comes next? Yeah, the origin, I talked about that. Yeah. Alright, so now it's the intention of the podcast. Like, why am I making this podcast? what has inspired me to do the podcast, that's what I'm reading right now. Hang on, let me bring the microphone closer. Alright, so yeah, so why I decided to do this podcast and my inspiration to do it, my experience with comedy. Alright, so technically I just gave a fucking spoiler alert reading the fucking notes. Thank you, motorbike. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Um, you know, the inspiration was comedy. That's what the inspiration was. So I use the internet and I consume English since 2010, and without studying, without support from school, just by literally listening to English, not even talking, not even reproducing the sound and shit. I was fluent by 2011, and ever since I have been watching YouTube, got into Twitch like in 2011, 2012, and I started watching a lot of shit, you know? And so there was that. And yeah. The weird thing is, I've always liked stand-up comedy, you know? When I was a kid, around 2008, 2009, 2010, I started getting in touch with some stand-up material. How? By watching YouTube videos, but I didn't have an account because I thought the only people that could create accounts on YouTube were content creators. I was like, I'm not even gonna try. They're gonna refuse me and shit. Man, I don't even want to try. What the fuck? Where's my water? Dude, I just teleported my water somewhere. What the fuck? Dude, what? I just teleported my water. It literally disappeared. Dude, what the fuck? Where's my water, man? Oh, I found it. It was on a shelf above me, and I was looking for it on the ground and on my bed. All right. Am I gonna make this sound all of the times that I drink water? Yes. Get fucking used to it, okay? This is it. You know, it's fucking natural. I'm not gonna cut this shit. It is what it is. That's my podcast. And I got in touch with comedy, with stand-up material around that time. But it was a Brazilian stand-up comedy. Why a Brazilian, you ask? Because I'm Brazilian. And I am revealing bits and bits of me. And by the end of the show, I'm going to talk about me, myself, my person. Because I don't want it to be the focus of the podcast. I don't want to make myself famous. I don't. I just want to, have a podcast. I don't want to get famous or make a living out of this. I'm just doing this for fun. That's the reason that I'm doing it. And, ever since I started watching stuff like stand-up and fucking YouTube videos, especially from gameplay, gameplay commentary, machinima and shit, that was the shit in 2010, 2011. That was so fucking fun. What we have here. Notification from ESPN. Goal scored by Evgeny Dadanov. Panthers lead the Bruins 4-1. Go fuckers. We lose another game. Dude, the Bruins never win shit. Goddamn. And so, yeah. I've always wanted to create content, especially when I learned that I could do gameplay videos, I could do vlogs and shit. 2010 until 2013, 14, I was really, actually 2015, 16, I was really big on gameplay commentary videos. I watched the Machinima, I watched the Creatures, Life Foxhound, which he eventually got into the creatures, yeah. Now that I remember. And he was one of the first to leave. That was interesting. And that fucking whole group was interesting, man. The creatures, damn, they were interesting as shit. They were amazing. God. And, yeah. So, that's what I used to watch a lot. And I was like, I want to create content. I'm going to do gameplay videos. And then I found out that you had to have a fucking amazing video card, an amazing computer basically to run it. And you know, it was around the time where people still recorded with Fraps, dude. God, how bad is Fraps, man? Oh, that program, that software, so shit. What the fuck, dude? So bad. And people, like the best YouTubers at the time, recorded with that until the video card capture started being releasing, and that got really popular. At the Elgatos, the fucking, I don't remember the other one. There were like big brands, you know. Now people only use capture cards basically. Nobody uses software to record videos about games, whether it's stream or whatever. Yeah, but at the time it was fucking Fraps or like Camtasia or some shit. Oh man, Camtasia was alright, but fucking Fraps, dude, that was the worst program ever created on the internet. Fuck, that was so bad. Besides every antivirus ever created, you know, the fucking Fraps is up there, because all the top thousands are the, you know, countless fucking antivirus created for Windows. None of them work. So they have their own list, but normal programs, like no antivirus category, Fraps wins, you know? And we're half an hour in from the original recording. The edited version would be like, I don't know, 28 or some shit like that, maybe. I have no idea. And yeah, my inspiration was I wanted to create content. I tried creating gameplay videos and I couldn't. I actually got it to running like 20 FPS and shit, but I was like, I'm not gonna even try, dude. 20 FPS, 140 quality. Nah, dude, I'm good. You know, I'd rather not do it than do it so shitty that I'm not proud of it. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I got into vlogs around 2016, 17. Actually, it's 15. 15 was included. Yeah, 2015, 16, 17 at most. I got into vlogs, especially into FouseyTube. And you know, dude, I'm not gonna hate on the guy. I like him. I used to watch it. I'm not watching it anymore for fucking 3 years or some shit. Because, you know, I realized I was not 12 to watch vlogs, you know. I was actually kind of old when I got into vlogs. I was like fucking 17, 18. Old, you know, considering the audience of vlogs nowadays. The audience of vlogs are funny. You are either 12 or you are above 45. That's who watch vlogs. You know, that's who watches vlogs nowadays. Yeah. And, you know, my little sister of 13 proves it. My mom of 51 proves it. 51? No, 50. She proves it. So, yeah. And so I got into FouseyTube, and I basically only watched him because he posted a lot. And, yeah, that was fun. And Vines, too. Since 2010, Vines, I liked them a lot. They were the shit. If you think about it, they were the start of histories, you know, the Instagram story actually, and the Snapchat story feature on applications. You know, Snapchat was the actual one who put it together first, I think. But before that, Vines were the idea, short videos that made people laugh, entertained for hours. Don't go black on me, computer. And that's not a racist, you know, saying. The computer screen was turning off. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. And yeah, realized real quick that vlogs were shit. FouseyTube was not the best person, and you know, I wasn't even turning by that. It was just fucking, oh, look at that vlogs, it's different. Nope, gone. And then after that, I got into like, I don't even know. On YouTube, I kind of dropped off YouTube for like a year or so, almost a year. I was watching shit, but I was re-watching old shit. I was watching random ass memes shit. I was getting music basically as well. But I wasn't watching anything that I was like, dude, I need to watch this constantly. No, YouTube got fucking real casual, real forgotten by me real quickly. And so I got into, after like, I got into Twitch and I use Twitch a lot. I play fucking whatchamacallit, fucking games and shit, League of Legends and whatnot. Dota, CS:GO was really big, and I used to watch CS:GO videos. I used to I was getting into KSI and these different type of vloggers that weren't really vloggers. They were just more entertaining. So KSI, Comedy Gamer, I don't know. PewDiePie was becoming one of those. And I was just discovering new shit. I was like, alright, what's next for fucking YouTube? I got into React channel. That's pretty cool, and I like it until today. I watch music, react channels. I watch comedy, try not to laugh. I like that shit. I fucking love that shit. And my favorite is NemRaps by far. NemRaps is the shit, man. Shout out to NemRaps. Not even gonna watch this shit. Nobody fucking cares. It's the first episode, dude. More water. Alright. So yeah, that's how I got into more contents, different contents from YouTube. But I have always liked gaming. Gaming just got a little bit more casual. In 2011 and or so, I was like at my fucking peak. I was watching like, I was spending maybe 10, 12 hours just watching gameplay and commentary videos. 2 of those 12 hours were playing League of Legends or some shit like that. The rest was fucking watching gameplay videos. And now it's like really casual. If I can spend like an hour, 2 hours watching gameplay videos, it's a lot. I rather watch Naruto. I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, and I watch podcasts. And that is the most recent thing that I got into on YouTube. So I started watching stand-up shorts. That was the thing that I watched a lot. Around 2017, 2018, my rediscovering time on YouTube, finding what I liked. And I watched a lot of stand-up shorts and a few specials. So I met Bill Burr, I met Chris D'Elia, I met Ron Funches, I met Sky Williams through stand-up. I met David So, Bobby Lee, what is the name? Brent Morin's amazing. Fucking Bright. What the fuck is his name? Something Larson, Let me search it on Google. Larson. What? Stand up. Jay Larson. There you go. Jay Larson, Joe Coy, all these dudes that were getting big on YouTube. Kevin Hart for sure. Some classic Dave Chappelle shit. Yeah, I got into a lot of that. Some Jamie Foxx stand up. I watched shorts, a few specials, few big bits on YouTube. Louis C.K., of course, one of the best. And that's how I met American stand-up. That's how I got into liking American stand-up rather than just Portuguese stand-up. There was a big period that I almost didn't like stand-up. Around like 2010, when I got off Brazilian stand-up and knowing the scene and knowing the professionals inside of it, I got off it. And after like fucking... it was just about 2015-16 that I was starting to watch stand-up again, but shorts from YouTube and from Americans and, international stand-up guys. Fucking Ricky Gervais is amazing. He's good, man. And, yeah, that's how I got into stand-up. And after a while, I was knowing more from stand-up, and who helped me do that was the man Chris D'Elia. The best of the best of the best. My favorite stand-up comedian ever, Chris D'Elia. And He introduced me to podcasting, kind of comedy podcasting, yes, but podcasting in general, no. Remember those Java nerd guys, the ones that I heard Mistrofelis from? Um, they still do a podcast. There's like, it's like the fucking biggest podcast in Brazil, I think, or one of. It's the Nerdcast, and they have RPG podcasts, and their podcasts are like 5 6 hours, 4 hours minimum, some shit like that. Only audio ever, and they never did video for a podcast. I think that's how I met podcasts. What the fuck are podcasts? They are radio shows on the internet. And the one who upped my level of understanding of podcasts was the man Chris D'Elia, right? Now, Chris, he is this stand up comedian. He has a lot of shorts. He's big on social medias. And he is fucking hilarious. And I met him around 2012, 2011. It was when, Vines were still a thing. That's where I met him, at. And then I didn't even search actually. I just saw my recommendeds from the Laugh Factory channel, and he had a few like the Drake bit, the Drunk Girl bit, the fucking Goth and Comedy Club bit, the weirdest set ever. That's how I met the man. That's how I started to get into him. Not in that. That's what she said. That's how I got into liking him and his work. And one beautiful day, I see a post on Twitter. Congratulations, podcast episode number 1. This is my podcast, guys. I hope you enjoy it. And on this episode, he said, man, all the stand-up comedians do it, so why not? I should do it. And I was like, all the stand-up comedians do podcasts. What the fuck? How do I not know about that? And I started searching, and I found a few other podcasts, especially the Bill Burr podcast and the Joe Rogan Experience, which, actually the Joe Rogan Experience, no, I met Joe Rogan, like, last year. The first ones were congratulations, and Bill Burr's, and that's it basically. And I really liked, I still like, a YouTube channel named H3H3, and so he started posting, congratulations episodes, and I fucking loved it. I started watching, listening to them at first before he had a camera on, before he put in video on. He introduced video podcasts. And, I was a really loyal baby, basically. I watch a lot, and I still do. And throughout him, I started to get more inside of the stand-up comedian lives. And I started to find, like, dude, today I watch fucking, like, congratulations, Tiger Belly, The Fighter and the Kid, The Church Was Happening Now, Bill Burr's, Your Mom's House, Dr. Drew After Dark. I know he's not stand-up, but he's in Tom Segura's channel. Who else? The Fighter and the Kid, obviously. The Joe Rogan Experience, obviously, but not. I don't watch him that much because he's too long and he talked to some pretty uninteresting people. I think that's, at least my personal taste. I don't want have no beef with anybody. I don't know nobody. I'm gonna have beef with fucking Joe Rogan in my first episode. Nope, thank you. A little more water. Fuck, I spilled some water, dude, in my fucking shirt. God damn it. 40 minutes in, boys, or almost on the edited version. Nobody's here yet? Wow, I'm surprised. But anyway, what time is it? 4:44. Whoa. The cell phone is buzzing. It's my girl. Let me talk to her and say that I'm recording. Hey, baby. I'm recording my podcast. Go fuck yourself, motorbike. Alright, just letting her know. Mute my cell phone, and that's it. Alright, so rude, checking text, but that's how I do it, because I watch Congratulations podcast. And yeah, I got into all these people, right? The Theo Vaughn's podcast, of course. There's one that I'm thinking of. Oh, the H3H3 podcast. They released one right after Chris D'Elia released. And I was like, wow, they have a podcast too. Podcasts are big, and the merging of Congratulations podcast and H3 podcast being released really close to one another. I was like, whoa, wow, podcast is big. Let me search more about it. That's how I really got into podcasting. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna do vlogs. I'm not gonna create content about fucking vlogs. I'm not gonna do vlogs. Fuck vlogs, dude. Dude, vlogs are stupid, alright? Go fuck yourself. They're stupid. Ooh, they're so fucking stupid, dude. I get fucking mad. I get more mad than these fucking motorbikes on the background. Or, yeah. Woo, what the fuck am I talking about? 43 minutes in, boys, and I lost my train of thought already. Alright. So yeah, that's how I got into podcasts, dude. And I was like, dude, podcasting is easy to make because I just need a microphone. Since last year I got into FL Studio and producing some fucking stupid ass beats, and I was like, wow, I can buy a microphone and record on FL, and that's it. I have a podcast. And so that's how I decided to do podcast, and why I decided to do podcast, and the inspiration being comedy podcasts, starting from Congratulations podcast, basically. So basically this will be a comedy podcast, but not really. Like, I like stand up. I have done one open mic presentation. I did 5 minutes on stage here in Brazil with my own material, not even copied from or a fucking American stand-up that people here obviously don't know, because people here don't know fucking anybody. Maybe no, the stand-up people, they know. The stand-up scene is way bigger in Brazil now, and it's growing. It's starting to get to that level. And I want in on that, and I am going to do more stand-up in Brazil. I did one open mic. It was a fucking blast. I took my parents there, and I cursed a lot, and it was fucking hilarious, dude. Yes, I took my parents to my first open mic ever, and I didn't bomb. I actually almost killed it. I did well, but not so much. It was my first open mic, so who gives a fuck, right? So I still want in on podcast. I want to live abroad and maybe do, I still want in on podcast. I said no on stand up, and fucking dumbass. And I still want in, maybe when I live abroad, I'll feel more comfortable doing stand up in English, or at least trying for fun. I don't know, but I like it. I fucking love stand up. Is the artistic thing that I love the most. All right. So yeah, what else we got on the list? Talk about how did I get into games, how I got fluent in English. Well, I do the show in English. My comfort with English. So right, I talked about how I got into games, how I got into English, how I got fluent. Basically just listening English 1 year, and I was fluent already. And I have always been an actor since my 6 years old. I have been an actor in Brazil, and I have done a few commercials, more than 100 commercials, for sure. And I have done a few soap operas, a few cameos on shows, movie parts, theater parts. I was actually a professional actor here in Brazil until 2015, where I did my last soap opera. And remember that we're talking about Brazil. What's big in Brazil in television is still soap operas, right? And I know that before I said soap operas, and I am self-conscious about it. Fuck off, alright? I'm Brazilian. My name is Rafael. I'm Brazilian, and I am an actor since I'm 6 years old. And I did a few commercials. When I was 8 years old, I did a commercial that viralized. It went viral before YouTube was a thing. So yeah, I was able to go viral by television on a national-wide level. Everybody in the country knew me, dude. And I don't miss that at all. Fuck fame, alright? Fame fucking sucks, dude. God damn, I'm much more happier this way, that I'm not an actor anymore. And I used to be an actor until 2015. 2015, I finished my last soap opera and I finished my last job acting, basically. So I did this soap opera that got really big and people recognized me on the streets all the fucking time too. Uh, I'm not gonna say the name of it. I don't want anybody searching it. But I have the soap opera. I did it. It lasted for 2 years. I got off it, and I didn't do anything else. I tried. I did some auditions. I did a lot of fucking theater course, a free theater course. It's a free theater course, but it's the fucking best in the city of São Paulo. I did that for like 6 months. Not even that, like 4 months, 3 months before the main show, the main presentation and shit. And that's when I realized I don't like acting. Or, maybe I like it, but it's not my living. It's not what I want to do for my life. And so I quit it on around 2016. Because when 2017 started, I was still unemployed, 2 years unemployed. And I was like, dude, enough. I'm not going to fucking wait for acting. I'm not doing well because I don't care and I'm not good. I don't want to do it. I just did it so far because it was the only thing that I knew how to do. I do it since I'm 6, man. It's the only fucking skill I have is acting. That sucks, man. Don't introduce your kids to fucking early life labor because they're gonna be haunted by that for the rest of their lives, okay? Don't do that, man. Just let the kid live. After 18, let the motherfucker choose, alright? Don't put kids early into professionalism, into jobs and shit. Whatever the fucking area is, man. Whether it's fucking, factory work, farm work. I mean, farm work I think is alright because it's stable. But, whatever kind of work, whether it's glamorized or not, don't do that to your kid. Just let the motherfucker live, alright? Yeah. So I stopped acting in 2017. I was like, dude, I'm unemployed. I want money. I want to do my shit. I don't want to be a fucking 20-year-old that does nothing. Because I was going to be 20-year-old that day, that fucking year, 2017. And I was like, I'm not going to be a 20-year-old who doesn't fucking do anything. So I was like, what the fuck do I know how to do? English. I know how to speak English. Go be a teacher then, motherfucker. And so I did a simple ass fucking resume with no experience at all. 2 paragraphs was my fucking resume. I didn't even occupy half the fucking paper with my resume, my first one. And I delivered it on some fucking schools throughout the city, especially near my area. And I got like a couple of auditions, basically. I passed one of those auditions because I fucking killed it. And the written test was not so difficult for my level of English. And the methodology of the school fit perfectly with how I learned English and the methodology that I have learned English, or that I had learned English. And so I got into that school, worked as a teacher for about like almost a year, 10 months or some shit like that. And then I was like, I lost my job, but not really because the branch closed. But we had a private room that we used to give our services to the rest of the students, and then we were going to close that room thereafter. And so basically I was like 10 months of just teaching English every day, like 6 days a week, 34 hours. What? Don't go black screen. Alright, there we go. 34 hours? I don't know. Something like that a week, My first job, dude. My first job out of acting. I was fucking happy as shit. And then after that, on the private room, I was kind of the coordinator, but I had no training and I didn't know how to do shit. I didn't really had to coordinate anything. And then now I work on another branch after this one closed. And this branch is actually really fucking better, and really good. And my boss, dude, I fucking love my boss. I admire my boss so much. It's a very good job. The problem is really far, like really far. I have to commute like fucking an hour and a half every day just to get to my job. That fucking sucks, dude. That sucks. And so I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I am doing that. I didn't say that at all. Like, alright, dude, there's a better job, and I'm actually the coordinator. I'm gonna be trained at the middle of the year, but, I am like the coordination auxiliary. I represent the pedagogic um, fucking department of the school. And yeah, there's that. And there's the director of the school. And there's the administration of the school. And so I'm the coordinator. And I'm going to be officially after I get my training around June, July, something like that. And yeah, I like it, It's a good job. I fucking like it. The problem is I work a lot. I work full time now. So 8 hours every day, 4 hours Saturdays. So totally 48 hours a week. And I do a few extra because I'm the fucking coordinator. I'm the boss of a department, so I have to do a little bit of extra to do everything I need. And I still don't know how to do everything. I'm gonna get trainee. I feel like I don't do shit. I feel like I don't know how to do shit, yeah, but I'm gonna get the training and I'm learning slowly but surely. And I have the discipline of a teacher, I have the patience of a teacher, I have the fucking what the fuck is the name? The authority of a teacher. I'm starting to get it more because the first job you get as a teacher, a fucking softball, dude. People push you around all the time. Now I'm learning how to get fucking authority, actual fucking authority. Because my team, they support me a lot. And my boss says, like, dude, you're the head of one department, have authority, do this, do that, because it's beneficial for you. And I'm like, fuck yes, dude. But I'm learning. I'm learning slowly, but I'm learning for sure. And I'm gonna get the training officially, and it's gonna be a fucking blast. And so I like the job, but I work too much. Not too much, but a lot. And the commuting is fucking trash too. It's an hour and a half. I take one bus, two subways to get to work, so that's bullshit. And so yeah, I like the job, and I like the job a lot. I liked it. I mean, I like it. I still like it because I still work that. Thank God. And I want to move out this year. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And so I got into games and why I'm doing it in English, this podcast. Why am I recording it in English when I'm Brazilian? I could be doing a Portuguese podcast and I'll get way more audience. First of all, I don't give a fuck about audience, alright? Not that I don't give a fuck about the audience, but if I get a big audience, fucking low audience, I don't care, dude. I'm doing this podcast to have fun. I'm doing this podcast because ever since I was fucking 13, 14 years old, I have always wanted to create a type of content for the internet in English, and now I'm finally able to do it, so I'm not gonna miss out on the chance. I actually am doing this for fun. For a fact, I'm doing this for fun. So, if this becomes my living, if this ever gets big or bigger than I thought it will be or that I think it will be, fine, dude, I'll take it. I'm not gonna throw the opportunity away, of course, But I'm doing this for fun primarily. I'm just doing this because I want to, because I feel like it. And I feel like it's the best vehicle of content creating for the internet that I can do. And that's that. That's the reason I'm doing this podcast. Let me open my notebook again because I still have some few notes, and the episode is almost over. We're nearing an hour. Awesome, dude. And so yeah, that's my inspiration. That's how I got into wanting to do podcast. Just to wrap up, I got this art and I want to give a big huge thanks to one of my students actually. And he is a designer. He's a professional designer. It's his living. And I was like, dude, I want to do this podcast like fucking a month ago or 2 months ago, basically. I was like, I want to do this podcast. And I had the thumbnail in my mind and the name for the podcast that I wanted. And actually, I changed the thumbnail idea a bit, and I gave it to a friend of mine, this ex-girlfriend of one of my friends, that I think I'm gonna do another podcast with him, but in Portuguese. Thank you, motorbike. Fuck your mother. Alright? He's actually he's really cool. And I gave my idea to the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend of my friend. And she did the sketch and I fucking loved it. The sketch was just what I had imagined, but without colors, because she did it by hand. Out of me doing my first shitty ass sketch and my description of the idea. She did a sketch and it was amazing. And so like I was like, dude, digitalize for me, I'm gonna pay you, and I'm waiting for it. All right, it's on. Like, you have a job now. You have people ordered your art. All right, look, noise, because coming from my house, because my parents in my house. That's why I'm gonna move in. It's not because I hate them. No, I don't hate my parents at all. I love my parents to death, but because I wanna live alone. That's it. That's my spirit. That's what I want to do. I want to live alone. That's it. All right. I don't need explanation. Everybody lives alone. I want to live alone because it's me. All right. It's me. It's what I like. It's what I am. Fuck off. Leave me alone. All right. And yeah, she didn't do it. So I waited like a fucking 3 weeks or something like that, and then I knew that my student was a designer because when I got into the school, we do introduction or whatever, so I can meet all my students. And I met him. He's a designer. He said so at least. And I said like, dude, you are a designer, right? So I want to do this idea that I had, and that I what noise I gave to one of my friends. She didn't do it. I waited for 3 weeks, and I said I was going to pay it. I am going to pay you too, because you're doing me a fucking service. I'm hiring you for a service, or not hiring, I'm paying for a service. Fuck, service. And he was like, alright dude, I'll do it. And then in 1 week, the next week, he already gave me the arts. 3 arts. Dude, they were fucking so beautiful. And they were the first arts that I'm still going to use, but they're not as good as the one I'm using right now. He did it, dude. 3 different arts. Amazing. So good. I fucking... Oh, my parents. Look, this is Portuguese. Look, Portuguese. See? Dude, Portuguese sounds weird, right? It does. Yeah. So he gave me the arts, and then the week after, I gave him the feedback on person. Or in person, actually, I should say. I told him, dude, I love it, but could you do these adjustments, and these adjustments? Because the week before, he gave me the idea, like, dude, check them out for the week, give me the feedback next week. And why do I sound so fucking taxing, dude? What the fuck? Give me the feedback, and I can make some adjustments if you need, and then we get right on price. How much is it? So next week, I was like, alright, cool. Gave him some adjustments. He told me the price. He did 3 final ideas that I fucking absolutely adore. I fucking absolutely love, and it's one of the one that I'm using now, actually. So big thanks to him, to my student. I will see with him if I can say his name, so I can give him a more proper shout out next episode. But so far, thank you, student. You're a designer. Your work's good. I like it. Approved. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And big shout out to, I'm not sponsored by them, but I don't give a fuck about talking to them and giving them a shout out. The manufacturer, the brand, the make and model of this microphone that I'm using right now. This is a 200 reais microphone. That would translate to how many dollars? I think that would translate to like $50 microphone, basically. And the brand is Chrome. The name is Kimu Pro. It's a short studio microphone, comes with a tripod, and it's the best. It's actually USB. I love it. It's really good. It's very sensible, more sensible than I thought it would be. It's a condenser microphone, and I was like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna need a filter or anything. Now I see that I do. I need at least a filter or a pop filter, and I need to soundproof my room, but I'm gonna wait until I move out so I can soundproof my room there. That's better. I don't even think I will need to soundproof, because I will have much more privacy and much more silence once I live wherever I live. And yeah, dude, that's it. Thank you for watching and listening, everybody, to this episode. This was the first episode of the Mistrofelis Show. Next week, I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about all of the weeks, alright? Because that's how I'm gonna roll. Throughout the week, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna say, and on the weekend, today's Saturday, I'm gonna record it so that I don't know when I'm gonna fucking post it, alright? Thank you everybody for listening. I will see you guys next time, and take care. God bless.